Listen carefully, my friends. Sometimes in the quiet moments of life, when everything stands still, when even the waves of the mind grow calm, we begin to feel something from within, a silent presence watching us, listening to us, walking beside us through every struggle. That presence is God, invisible yet deeply real. Without a word, He gently guides the direction of our lives. Each of us longs for that moment, when the divine smiles upon us, when His grace descends, and life itself begins to flow with an unseen harmony. But have you ever wondered, what are the signs that God is pleased with us? How do we know that our prayers have been heard, and that He has taken charge of our destiny? Today, let's explore 7 sacred signs that reveal when God is happy with you and divine transformation has begun in your life. 1. The calmness of mind. When God is pleased, the very first gift He gives you is peace. The restlessness that once tormented you slowly fades away. Small things no longer disturb you. You stop caring about who said what and begin to rest in the silence of your own soul. This peace doesn't come from the world. It is a blessing granted only through divine grace. When the Lord smiles upon you, He untangles the knots of your mind, and where there was confusion, clarity begins to bloom. Perhaps you too have felt it, a moment of stillness in the midst of fear, a quiet voice whispering, "Do not fear, I am with you." That, my friend, is God speaking without words. 2. The divine play of synchronicities. When the divine is pleased, strange and beautiful coincidences begin to appear. The right people come your way. Opportunities open effortlessly. What once seemed delayed now unfolds with ease. We call it luck, but it is not luck. It is divine orchestration. Your energy becomes so pure and magnetic that the universe starts responding to your thoughts. It's a silent conversation between your soul and God. And then life begins to flow. You no longer chase what is meant for you. Simply comes. 3. Release from old sorrows. When God's grace descends, the burdens you've carried for years begin to dissolve. The wounds that refuse to heal start healing. The memories that haunted you lose their power. Sometimes this comes through forgiveness. You forgive someone or yourself. Sometimes it comes as detachment. You stop clinging to the past. You begin to see that everything that happened was part of His divine plan. And with that acceptance comes liberation. The heart becomes light. The soul begins to soar. 4. The awakening of compassion. The greatest sign of divine favor is the softening of the heart. You begin to feel the pain of others. You no longer think only in terms of I. You begin to live for we. Your words grow gentle. Your face carries a subtle radiance. You feel love for all, humans, trees, animals, even stones and water. This is compassion, the purest energy of God Himself. For when He loves a soul, He makes it like Himself, kind, loving, and selfless. 5. Miraculous shifts in life circumstances. When God is pleased, your outer world begins to change too. People who no longer match your vibration drift away, and new souls, meant for your growth, appear. Work becomes smoother. Paths that were blocked suddenly open. You wonder, how did this happen so effortlessly? It happened because the divine hand is now guiding your destiny. Where once there was struggle, there is now flow. Where once there was resistance, there is grace. 6. The rise of intuition and sensitivity. When the divine is near, your awareness sharpens. You begin to sense energy. You can feel if a place is pure or heavy, if a person's heart is true or deceptive. This is not imagination. It is the awakening of your inner sight. Paramhansa Yogananda once said, "When the heart becomes still, the voice of the soul can be heard." This is intuition, the direct communication between your soul and God. He speaks through your thoughts, guides you in your choices, and warns you before danger. This is how God converses with the awakened heart. 7. Divine protection in times of trouble. When the Lord is pleased, He surrounds you with an invisible shield. You may escape an accident or be stopped just in time from a wrong decision. You might think, how fortunate I was. But that fortune is grace. God not only blesses His children, He protects them. His energy hovers around you, like a mother watching over her child. And even in the darkest times, a light remains with you. And when these three, inner peace, divine guidance, and protection, begin to appear together, you know that your life is no longer your own. It is being led by the Supreme. Fear fades away, for now you understand. Every struggle, every delay, every pain was only a step in God's perfect plan. Such a person becomes transformed. He speaks softly, walks humbly, and his very presence brings calm to others. He becomes a living temple of peace. Sometimes we think God is far away, in the sky, in a temple, or in a statue. But when His grace touches us, we realize He was never far. He was always within us, waiting for our awareness to awaken. When God is pleased, the soul stops asking and starts surrendering. Desire fades, gratitude arises. Every breath becomes a prayer. Every moment becomes worship. That is the 8th invisible sign, the birth of gratitude. A grateful heart is the purest temple of God. From this state, one no longer lives for oneself, but becomes an instrument of the divine. Your words begin to heal. Your touch brings peace. Your smile becomes a blessing. People may not understand it, but they feel it. They feel calm in your presence, because God is expressing Himself through you. You're no longer just a devotee. You become a messenger of the divine. And perhaps, my friend, your life too is moving in that direction. Maybe this message reached you not by chance, but as part of that sacred plan. God is whispering to your soul, I am pleased with you. Keep your faith. So pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Feel that sacred silence within, where there are no words, no thoughts, only a presence that loves you deeply. That presence is God. When the heart is pure, the actions noble, and the soul filled with compassion, know this truth. God is smiling upon you. And when He smiles, the entire universe smiles with you. If these words touched your heart, if you felt something stir within you, know that it was not mere words, but a reflection of divine grace flowing through you. Join us on Zen Thinkspy, where every day we seek that sacred truth that awakens the soul to its own divinity. Listen, feel, awaken to the God within you, because when you awaken, the whole universe awakens with you. God is pleased with you. Keep your heart pure. Keep your faith alive. The NKU, Wem Peace.